All right, everybody, it's summertime, and I have a question to ask you. Why does the bike helmets always look so ridiculous? I have no idea, but I am on my way to the cemetery that's around 5 miles away from my house, maybe like 4 miles. This is the first kind of bike ride of the spring. I am really pumped up. I love my bike. I got my X100v in my bag, and I'm combining the passion for bike riding with my passion for photography. I'm also trying to get just healthier in general, and the idea is that I'm 47 years old now. I just turned 47, and I want these years to be the best years of my life, both physically and mentally and creatively. I'm already out of breath. Holy cow. I went up one hill, but I found this church that holy name church that I've rode by probably 300 times. And because there's no trees really, or no leaves in the tree, I find a cool shot that I normally don't ever see, which is one of the advantages of getting on a bike. And you just kind of notice things that you don't see when you're going by in the car. I've only been riding for about 15 minutes, but I already feel amazing. I feel my body come to life. I'm 240 pounds, 240 pounds. 2 years ago, I was down to 215. I was feeling amazing, and I somehow let myself slip back to 240. Luckily, the heaviest I've ever been was 265, which I guess that's not lucky, that's terrible, but luckily I've been able to keep my weight down a little bit. And I am just feeling good. We're gonna go and see if we can find some spring flowers. We're still on the way to the cemetery. This is awesome. I hope that I'm able to impress you guys with my weight loss / workout regimen and get some good photos along the way. I'm at Prospect Hill. It's a little cemetery, historic, in Omaha, Nebraska. It's pretty cool. This is one of those places I come back to take photos, different parts of the year, reveal different things, and it's also got a lot of cool history. And I gotta do better at keeping this video straight, don't I? Holy cow. I'm gonna learn how to do this, guys. Shot number one right here, though. Is this thing on right? I have no idea. It looks crazy. The road is cool right by itself, but I'm gonna let my camera, I'm gonna underexpose it a little bit, and that's gonna bring these shadows out. And I have right down here some really cool shadows that are kind of creepy and leading you into the photo. An interesting tombstone. The husband and wife, George Moore and Mrs. George Moore. She doesn't even get her name on there. She has a picture of her champion Pekingese, and then he has a picture of his faithful companion instead of pictures of like themselves, which is I don't think I've ever seen before. So here's a little bit of a challenge. I've got the grass and everything here, and these tiny purple flowers. I don't know what they are. They're pretty. And see if I can get a shot of one of the tombstones in the sunlight, because the light is directional, and then get that purple to come out. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. The initial photos, I wasn't sure if we're working, so I changed my JPEG settings to add some color and then to boost the blues and purples a little bit. And I'm gonna call this simulation my own recipe. I'm gonna call it ROBOCOP, because if you ever watch that movie, everything's kind of blue. So watch out for ROBOCOP, people. We'll see what it looks like. Here's what I would like. I would like a scientist to come out and measure my head because it is giant. And then when you put a helmet like this on, it just makes it worse. So I've got to have one of the biggest heads, the roundest head ever. So scientists, come on out to Omaha, Nebraska and check it out. I think you'll be interested in this. I have no idea what these are called either, but they're pretty and they smell really good. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of getting close a little bit and I'm looking for layers. So I'm looking for something that could hit the foreground and kind of go in the background so then I can blur things out. And I've got the X100v on f2 and I'm just varying my exposure based on how much like light bleed I want from the sky to kind of come into the photo and get crazy in there. And this is the stuff that's magical. This is amazing. So I guess the challenge for me is gonna be getting in shape enough to do these videos and be able to talk. Holy cow. I've got a couple spots of color. I've got my camera set to classic negative and I'll show you how the color shifts a little bit. I think it's pretty cool. And also there's a giant Jerred Ford that scared the crap out of me when I pulled my bike over here. He's a giant man. The point is to try to get them so it doesn't look like they're in the middle of a neighborhood, but I think they're creepy. As the sun makes me more white than I already am, I have also made a terrible mistake. I have to get home for dinner. I have to make dinner. I promised my wife. So I have to go real fast now. Another example of being on the bike, seeing something different. I've driven by the Jpeg Castle probably 300 times and never saw this shot. I think it's gonna be a pretty cool one with the contrasty black and white that I got programmed into my Fuji X100. When I go out to do something like this, I'm not really looking for the best photos ever. I'm looking to see something new, something a little bit different. Photography is the art of seeing. And every time I go out, I try to see the world in a new way and find more beauty everywhere. And the magic of being on my bike is I can do that and also lose a bit of weight and feel good about myself. So I'll leave you with that. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next time.